What is up, guys? Welcome to Gage Van Riper's channel. I'm your host, Gage Van Riper, and today we're going around and seeing what Gage Van Riper is doing today on the Gage Van Riper channel. So, right now, I just noticed, I've been sitting here for 5 minutes and just noticed the dad is over there. He's got his truck and trailer backed into the slope barn. He's hauling in, I think, 4 cows today. Going just to our local stockyards, and then I think we have 4 going in on Wednesday into the slaughterhouse. We got some freezer beef sold, so we're selling quite a bit of cattle this week. It's been a while since we've sold some. We're trying to get, I think we're gonna empty out this barn here. Today I'm starting a new video style. Last 2 videos have been weekly videos, so on Saturday or Sunday they get published. And before that, I was doing kind of daily videos, but if there wasn't anything going on, there wasn't going to be a video published. Now, I'm going to try twice a week videos. I think this is going to be the best way to do them. I'm going to be publishing on Wednesday night and Saturday night. It gives me 3 days to compile a video. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be in one video, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday will be in one video. But I probably need to get over there and help them load cattle. I still don't have a chest strap for this camera, sadly, so you guys are just gonna have to wait. I'm sorry. Alright, the cows are loaded. Dad and Uncle Billy are just working on moving everybody over a pen now. Since they took a pen from the middle of the barn, they have to move everybody over one. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start the day by opening up all of these windows, about as big as that one is, and then there is one on this side that's got to be opened up a bit. We're gonna Alright, that is that's the windows open. So we're gonna do a quick walk around and make sure everybody's good. Simba needs some water because he can't use our watering system, so he's got a bottle still. So, yeah, you're good on food. I filled everybody's feeders all the way up 2 days ago, so everybody should, for the most part, be alright. Okay. Wasn't sure if that was a foot. It's just a clump of hair. Sometimes you gotta, the bridge is up and you really gotta push it down. Nala has her nest box. I gave it to her on Saturday. Today is Monday. I don't know if I mentioned that. Today is March 2nd. Today we're working in the shed. I lost mojo on it last week, so it's just been sitting here. And my shoes are all muddy. Great. So today we're gonna sheet the ceiling, basically. Anyway, I'm gonna jump cut this section because it's really hard to time lapse straight up. So I'll see you guys when the project's over. Or midway. We'll do a midway update. Does this look like progress? Comes in all shapes and sizes. I would say we are officially halfway done. You can see, for some reason I ended up short over here. I started out good. I think it's because this is where I cut this wall off. There was a bunch of excess and I cut it off right there. So I think that's where we got that from. I'm not 100% sure. So we stapled it at the peak, stapled it there to the header, and then over here there's a vertical board that I was able to staple it to. So that's what we're doing. It's just what we're going to have to deal with. So yeah. Alright, so the big side started out great, and it ended up pretty badly. We have this big wrinkle up in here, across here, and we have this really ripply section. It's just hard because there were screws sticking out of the studs that I couldn't get out and stuff like that, so I had to go around it, and it created extra space in between the plastic and the wood, and it just ended with big wrinkles places. So I did the best I could. So I'm gonna end up cutting the trim off of that side, and I left it unstapled across this side so that when I sheet this wall, I can slide it up behind, and then I'll staple that down. That's the ceiling sheeted. I'm gonna go home and get some lunch because it's 11:30 and I'm hungry, so obviously should go get some lunch, and we'll come back and see what else gets to be done. Alright, I am back from lunch and we are in the shop, but guess what? We are not cleaning in here today. We are at, ooh, look at that. Our gas line's down here now. Yeah, look at that. We're gonna have a heated shop right in time for summer. Woohoo! That's a joke, okay? We don't need a heated shop in the summer. Alright, so what we're doing today is, I gotta move all these skid loader parts out of the way so I can get to it. We are using a brand new tool we have not used yet, and it is our Bauer, what do you call this thing? This is a jackhammer. Yep, jackhammer. So we got all our pieces here. We made this dolly for it. This is from Harbor Freight. I think we paid around $350, $400 for it. Don't quote me on that, because Harbor Freight's always running all sorts of deals. I have no clue what we got it for. So what we got to do is, where the 4020 was sitting, and in my overview, walk around, in-depth, whatever you want to call it, video, there's water bubbling up through the cement over there. And so we have to jackhammer that cement out. Alright, so I finally got the chisel in there. That took forever. But you can see we got water bubbling up around here, over here, and over here, and there's some around in there. So we got to bust it out all along here to around here so that we can get the backhoe in here and scoop up the dirt underneath this concrete. So you guys are going to get to see my first time running a jackhammer. Alright guys, so you just saw a little bit of the time-lapse and jump cut put together. So I time-lapsed quite a bit of it, and then I just jump cut to this point. So we got quite a big hole. It's about 5 by 5. And I just found there's a really deep hole right here. And it's about 3 feet in diameter right here. So I got a jackhammer probably out to about here. And then well, maybe out a little bit more and then across. And then that way. It was so big I had a big chunk of concrete fall all the way down in the hole. I had to try and fish it out. That was fun. But for this part, we're going to have some music, and you guys are going to see the jackhammer going in slow motion. Oh yeah. Alright, and there's the hole. Sun's out now, so the day's feeling a lot warmer now. I had to go down to a sweatshirt. So now I'm going to move, if it'll start, I'm going to move that truck and this wagon so we can pull the backhoe in right there and dig that out. It's still there. Yep, I wasn't able to get the wagon moved because this thing is deciding that it doesn't want to start without ether. And the only can of ether we had was in the back of this. And it was empty. So while I've been waiting for Dad to get back with some cans of starting fluid, I decided to take the feed grinder off the 4020 and put our 3-point hitch tire scraper on it. Because Dad said the big barn needs to be scraped when he gets back. So I guess we will just move the wagon tomorrow. That is by far the worst experience I've had cleaning this barn out. It all started fine, I got it done, and since these guys are over here, you gotta move them to the other half of the barn and lock them in, and then move them back. Well, I did, and cleaned out this half of the barn, but forgot to close that gate and open that one up, and they all went right out into the farmyard. So I had to chase them around for probably 20 minutes, get them rounded back up inside. Two of them would not stop locking heads with each other, and I trip on this blue tarp right here and fall on my face in this mud. Alright, so I forgot to show you guys the freezer that I bought last episode, or last video. And so I'm gonna show it to you now. There's a cat back in that bucket. So, the reveal is in 3, 2, 1. What? Look at that. Look at that. Very nice, very nice. It's a Gibson heavy-duty commercial freezer. The choices YouTubers have to make. Should I get out of the Jeep and act like it's morning still? Or should I get out and tell them the truth and tell them that it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon? I'm just kidding, guys. I won't lie to you. So, today, we have been working. We got here at about 11. And, I realized that I was supposed to start my lettuce seed yesterday. Yep, I told you guys we were getting down to the wire. Well, I didn't realize we were that close to the wire. Like, now we're past the wire. So, we've been working. Dad went and bought a box and everything he needs to finish the electricity going to my shed, and it was the wrong box. So, Dad's not here. We're replacing that box right there on the wall. This one. The one that looks brand new and totally up to code. So, we're replacing that one, and we gotta move it over there somewhere. And I'll show you guys what I've done in the shed, because I've actually got all my supplies and everything moved in. You guys haven't seen any of these supplies yet, which is exciting for you guys. You guys get to see what I am using this year. So here is our setup. It looks very nice. Just excuse that side. Okay, so this is our full microgreen and seed starting setup. So this is our basic setup for starting our lettuce. So we have a dome for germination purposes, so that's only for the first bit. And then we have our cubes that the dirt and the seed and all that's gonna be going in. And then we have a shallow tray with drainage holes, and a large tray, which is where the water is going to be sitting. We're bottom watering, which means you fill the bottom tray with water and let it, and then it'll seep through the next tray, and that's how it works. And then we have a heat mat, a seedling germination mat here. So let me stack all this back up. So we got heat mat, large tray, shallow tray with holes, the 200 cube thing, which I will be showing you guys how I'm planting my lettuce tonight. I'm gonna get it started tonight. And then the dome. And so on the net shelf, I have just my business binder. I got all my seed here, which we have my radish seed, that's the top one, and then the back one is the carrot seed. And then we have all this popcorn seed, which I actually don't know if it's gonna be going in. I need a place to put it yet. So we're gonna be working on that eventually. And then we have the radish mix microgreens. which we actually aren't starting because Agricole doesn't need any microgreens at the moment. They have a lot that they're handling right now, so they don't need it. And then we have our pea shoots microgreens here. I like that style bag. I wish they'd do all their seed in that bag. And then we have our lettuce seed. So right there's both of the lettuce. Salanova Green Sweet Crisp. And it's pelleted. And then I got this just to make planting a little bit easier. You put it in and it's got all different size holes. And then up here I got all my trays because I really only need one tray at a time in here for lettuce, so the rest are microgreens, and I had to buy the domes and the little plug things in packs of 5, so I ended up getting 5 of those. And the light coming down, and how I did it, I ran the light, you got the hook that comes with it, and I ran it up through this hole here, back down, and I opened up the end one and then hooked it on itself and then bent it back closed, so it just makes a little loop. So we got the plug here for the light and then for the heat mat. And this heater is what I bought today for heating the shed from now on. It's an electric heater, and it's got sort of a thermostat control. So I was just showing you guys what we're doing for the day. This is basically all we're doing. So I guess that's today's portion of the video. There it is. The seed starting setup is there. I went through it all with you guys yesterday, which was probably like 5 seconds ago for you guys, but it's been like 10 hours. Anyway, I went uptown this morning and got some stuff. As you guys know, we have chicks coming on the 9th, so I bought myself a thing of crumbles. I don't think this is the starter, but that's what I'm feeding them because it's cheap. And I got myself a bale of Pro Mix for starting seeds today. You guys may wonder, hey, I thought you were starting seeds last night. I was going to, but we couldn't get the electricity rolling in the shed, and the dirt we had here, it just wasn't good seed starting dirt. When I plant my lettuce, though, I'm just letting you guys know I'm making that into its own video, because I think it's going to be quite a bit longer than what my vlog should be. So we're going to do that, but I am going to show you guys, because I have to build a soil sifter to take all the clumps out, because Pro Mix gets pretty clumpy when you take it out of the bale. So I got my wire that I built my rabbit cages out of. Alright, so I totally forgot when I got here that we had to load some cattle up to take them to the slaughterhouse, so we did that. They're on their way now. And I went back home to get some lunch, and I collected all the materials we need. So to finish the shed, we needed one of these clamps, so I got one of those. I'm gonna put it back in the Jeep. And I got a tote, one of my totes from at home that I use for brooding chicks. So hopefully it can be like a vice either or sort of thing, but maybe not. So we got our tote. This is what the soil sifter. I'm gonna use 2x2 material. And it's gonna go right along the edge so that it doesn't slide or anything while it's on there. And of course, you guys already saw the wire. This stuff. Oh shoot, that's not good. Anyway, I'm just gonna set this up as a time lapse, and you guys will see what I'm doing, and then I'll explain like dimensions and stuff when I'm done. Alright, so here it is. I finished off pretty nice. Set it on the tote and see how it looks. Just like that, snug as a glove. Alright, so since soil sifting is pretty simple, so I'm just gonna do it as a time lapse.
So I filled the tote. Might have used 2/3 of the bag. Maybe a little more. Maybe it's almost half. So this dirt's really compacted in there. I want to show you guys a little like before and after here. So you can see, if I grab a big chunk of this, it's all chunky. It's got that big chunk. And also, you see they have these little pieces of branch and stuff like this. So you come over here, you'd see all the branches all over the ground that I swiped off the screen. So over here you can see it just look, it's all nice and fluffy. I might fill it up a little bit more just to try and get as much of the bag gone as possible. So since that's, you can see we got probably 3 inches from the top yet, so it won't start packing until it touches the screen and I have to cram it down in. So I'm gonna keep going. Welcome to my humble abode. Alright guys, so we got the electricity working now. You can see behind me we got some light, and my heater is not running down here right now because it is 75 degrees in here. So I've set the thermostat and it should keep it at around 75 degrees. Hopefully it doesn't go under. Still got to get a latch for the door though, because right now the door's got a crack in it and it's letting air out pretty quickly. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you guys. I'm getting ready to plant my lettuce and I'm going to make a separate video on it. That's the end of this video, guys. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check those links in the description down below. It helps support the channel. And like always, guys, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.